Israel Adesanya, undefeated in MMA, had a crazy debut at UFC 221.
Middleweights, I'm the new dog in the yard.
You check all the boxes. Can he fight? Can he talk? Is he confident? But yet, does he understand that there's still room to grow? Like all the things you need out of a prize fighter, that's it. So if he can keep developing in the way he has been, look out.
Tonight, the challenges get tougher as he faces Italian Marvin Vettori. And still undefeated, the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. 2 wins already in the UFC this year. What does the rest of 2018 look like for you?
You made your debut in February, then you fought again in April. Now you're fighting early July. Was the plan always to stay this active?
Not just a win, a wipeout dominance over a top 10 fighter.
For the winner, and still undefeated.
All the experts said, oh, is it too soon?
Many people, including me, think this kid is the future.
3 fights, 6 months. I'll put these guys away, I promise you. Who else?
Who can stop that man?
Israel, you're skinny, bro, and you're built like a senior citizen. I'm not worried about you, boy.
Big left and a right, now the uppercut in the knee. Israel Adesanya knocks Derek Brunson out in round 1.
I keep saying, man, I don't throw in hope. I aim and fire.
The last style bender, ladies and gentlemen.
History's made again with the last style better.
Israel Adesanya.
Listen, it is crazy to think about how fast he has risen up the ranks.
What's next for you?
What a striking match turned in by Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva.
Anderson, obrigado, my friend. You've been doing this for a long time. Hey, Rob, heal up quick. Kelvin, put that belt down.
Israel Adesanya is going to face Kelvin Gastelum for the interim middleweight title.
One of the greatest title fights you will see.
You were one of the most exciting contenders, and now you are one of the most exciting champions. And I can't wait to see you fight for the undisputed title. The last style bender, ladies and gentlemen.
Israel Adesanya will look to unify his UFC middleweight title in front of potentially the biggest crowd in UFC history, and will do it down under.
I told you guys, I already said it before my UFC debut. You're gonna see me and Robert Whittaker one day. That's gonna come one day.
Oh! Whittaker nearly out on his feet. Adesanya trying to close it out. Israel Adesanya.
Like I said, I was in the nosebleeds, and now I made his nosebleed.
The undisputed UFC.
I want to test myself against everyone of this era who's a beast.
Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero go the 25-minute distance.
And still, do you know who's next? I got this heavy-ass Ricky Martin wannabe, Blachowicz.
I will be waiting for Adesanya. Skinny claw Adesanya.
I don't like this guy. I want to rearrange his face. When I'm done with him, he'll really look like Ricky Martin. Watched.
Adesanya shut him down tonight and absolutely destroyed him. He's going to be the next big superstar here.
For me, it's about the names you collect, the scalps you take along the way.
They said I don't have no knockout power. You too skinny, bro.
All you wanted was a chance to prove you were the best middleweight in the world, and in less than 2 years on this UFC roster, you have done just that. There were a lot of champions who wouldn't have asked for Yoel Romero, de Paulo Costa. I know you want to fight the most dangerous guys.
And I want to be the guy that took out everyone, so when it's all said and done, they'll be like, man, there's a lot left to do in this game.
You've now beaten 7 of the current 15 top middleweights. What do you have left to prove in this division?
Do you still think about going up a weight class?
Yeah, I definitely will go up in weight class, whether it be heavyweight or light heavyweight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jan Blachowicz.
You know, it was a long journey for me, but finally on the top.
Let's see if he looks hurt by that body kick.
What a way to announce your arrival to the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
You obviously went through like some of the adversity, like in the UFC, you know, you had some good wins and then you sort of had a few losses.
I had to find what goes wrong, you know, and why.
Blachowicz, he has gone back to his original team that helped him get to the UFC.
It wasn't that long ago, Jan, that you were 1-4 over 5 fights and we were kind of writing you off.
Now Blachowicz, back-to-back, has now beaten Anderson, Jacare Souza, and Luke Rockhold. Before that, he lost to Thiago Santos, but ahead of that, he'd beaten Krylov, Manoa, Cannonier, Devin Clark.
Jan Blachowicz is a guy that since going back to his coach has beaten world champion Luke Rockhold.
How satisfying was it giving all the trash talk that you had to absorbed leading up to this fight?
The transfer not working on me. I'm too old for this. I showed the legendary Polish power.
Jacare Souza.
Very, very tough fight. A lot at stake here.
He has some big names on his resume, and right now he finds himself right in the spot that you want to be as a contender trying to earn a title shot.
Who's next?
Big blow. Anderson's down. Polish power. Jan Blachowicz knocks out Corey Anderson.
They was wrong about me, you know. I proved they are one of the best in the world.
The guy's right there. You want to tell him something?
You are next. Give me the place and time. Let's do this.
The light heavyweight division all of a sudden wicked interesting.
What do you make of what's next for Jan? I mean, he's called out John Jones.
John Jones has apparently vacated his title.
He just escaped because he don't want to lose against me.
Blachowicz versus Dominic Reyes is for the vacant title that John Jones left behind.
I think John's headed to heavyweight.
One way or another, that night, we will have a new light heavyweight champion of the world. Well, Joanna Jędrzejczyk was the first fighter from Poland to break through and realize a UFC championship. We'll see how it goes for Jan Blachowicz in his 15th UFC appearance here tonight.
This is his passion, this is his love. He wants the belt and he will do everything to reach that belt.
He's the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion! Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, 37 years of age. You have finally gotten done. Talk about that Polish power, man.
Since you lost to Thiago Santos, you've been on a 4-fight winning streak.
He has always been extremely tough. He's got a great chin. He hits really hard, good on the ground, who continues to get better despite being 37 years old.
He looked awesome, man. He looked unbelievable.
Let's go. Let's keep it going.
The undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion, Jan Blachowicz.
What did you make of Israel Adesanya's performance in the co-main event? A lot of people were talking about him moving up to 205. Would that be a fight that would interest you down the road?
Israel here, 205 has a new king. Are you still interested to fight the super fight champion versus champion in the light heavyweight?
Let's talk about your story, man, because it's a real story of perseverance. Despite the adversity and the injuries in your career, you never stopped believing.
You know, it was a long journey for me, but finally on the top. Amazing feeling, you know.
Do you see another name that makes the most sense for your first defense?
You know, Izzy is so good. You know, to tick people off like Yoel Romero, yes, not the best fight in the world, and Paulo Costa in the way that he did is incredibly impressive.
He said in 2021, he's been saying this for 2 or 3 years now, that 2021 is the year that he wants to go up to light heavyweight. I think it makes sense on his record, and it's ambitious.
Now, why not go up to light heavyweight and fight another absolute monster in Jan?
The clear #1 contender at 185 right now is Robert Whittaker, and he's not ready to go.
Jan, he's a good fighter. He's solid on the ground. He's awkward on the feet, very dangerous, and he poses a lot of problems. And like this is like, all right, let's go.
Against Adesanya, he's going to have to be the one that moves forward. He cannot wait on Adesanya to make a mistake because Adesanya will not make a mistake.
Blachowicz, he needs to get a lot of stamina and he needs to push the fight.
For sure, I'm gonna be stronger, and I find a way how to beat him.
I mean, the legendary Polish power, it's real.
Muscles don't win fights. Skill, technique, and brain power wins fights.
His intelligence and his ability to hit and not get hit, his footwork, his ability to not get taken down. Adesanya is a computer, man. Finally, some breaking news.
Israel Adesanya will be moving up to light heavyweight to challenge Jan Blachowicz for the 205 strap.
Blachowicz and Adesanya. These guys will fight.
I think that this is just such an important fight for both these guys.
I am the champion of 205. If they give me a fight against him, I will be the first one who beat him in MMA.
I want to stay hungry. I want to be the guy that constantly looks to improve and feel like a challenger, even though I'm the king.
And he just looks better and better and better every time he gets in there.
But Jan also looks better than he's ever looked.
Him knocking out Rockhold in such a devastating way.
He looked like he was on another planet.
Yeah, he's very, very powerful, can put out Adesanya with any given blow.
I mean, Jan's going to look for that opportunity whenever he can.
Very strong body kicks and leg kicks.
I've got something prepared for him.
He means business, and so do I. Jan's an absolute monster.
It just has that vibe of danger to it.
But this is what we do, like we slay monsters.
Right now, he's the guy with the belt, and I get to do the same thing again.
I don't think so.
Dziękuję Polacy, że tu jesteście, wspieracie nas. What you gonna do when I run wild on you? The last title bender, ladies and gentlemen. Israel Adesanya is the best middleweight on planet Earth. Jan Blachowicz.
Both guys guys are in their prime and out there to prove something.
You have two of the baddest dudes in the world in their prime, facing off for the world title.
An opportunity for you to defend your title.
I'm looking forward to that fight now more than ever.
What I find fascinating is that move up to light heavyweight.
I'm not scared to try these things.
He go to 205, he's gonna feel different power, different cardio, different timing. Everything is different, you know?
He's not fighting someone that he's fought before or a style he's fought before. I adapt very well to different weight classes.
I find the way to beat him.
If you want to be the best fighter, this is where you prove it.
Israel Adesanya, Blachowicz.
This is it.
Now or never.
Destiny awaits.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
The best man will win.
I think this is going to be a tremendous fight.
Right now, I feel power. I feel it in my bones.
We are now ready to go.
I got a beast in front of me.
It's about to get real.